Hello everyone. Today I am come up with a strong fundamental stock that belongs to the Tata Group. As everyone knows, the Tata Power is the largest power generation company in India, aiming to providing uninterrupted power supply from the various plants across India. So, as the company's background, as the companies know very well, so let's come directly to the company background now. So it's come into the electrical generations. There's a two verticals into it. That is the renewable energy generations and the conventional energy generations. Let's get into the more simplified way. So renewable energy generation is those who diversified from the natural resources that freely available in the nature like a sun, wind, water, and it's quite be a very unlimited. The second one is conventional energy generations derived from the resources with the non-renewable, which means any natural resources which occur naturally but limited quantity like coal, oil and gas. So if you're talking about these power generations, so this is a power generation, and let's talk about the capacity of the power generation what the company have. So the total power generation capacity is come into the megawatt. So the total is 14294 megawatt is the total capacity. It would be the domestic as well as the international both. So the thermal it will be 8860 megawatt. Hydro is some around 880 megawatt. Wastewater recovery is 443 megawatt. Wind 835 megawatts. Solar 2917 megawatt and hybrid 835 megawatts. So this is basically a power generation capacity that Tata Power have. So now second one is the business is transmission business. They produce the energy and they are transferred to the other companies who deliver to the end users. Like major companies have their own clientele like Alliance Energy, Unitech Power, Kalpataru Power and lots more. So now the third version is the distribution network. Like if you're talking about the energy, then it would be directly go with the end users. So the company have their own end users clientele also. When the energy reach to the end users, the Tata Power have the customer base of around 1 to 12.97 millions and the major client base at Mumbai, Odisha, Delhi and Ajmer. So what the company aiming is about, because as we talking about the management commentary, the management have already discussed in the target what they are set for the 2030 and 2045. So by the 2030, the company target 70% share of the renewable energy in the total energy portfolio. As of currently right now, they have a 38% share. And by 2045 financial year, the target 100% energy generation from the renewable sources only. So this is basically an overall structure of what the Tata Power is all about. And the other business operation also. If we're talking about the EV charging station, as we already know that there's coming to a lot of news related to the EV charging stations. The company already installed 3700 public EV charging points in more than 351 cities and towns. So another one is the solar rooftop installation business. The company already executed projects exceeding by the 1650 megawatt. And also they are come up with the manufacturing solar cell with the capacity of 4.6 gigawatts. They are the leaderships in their segments. They are like a number one in the solar rooftop installations, number one in the solar pump installations, and number one in the EV charging stations. So this is all about the companies and basics. So let's talk about the global presence of the Tata Motors. They have their power plants in Georgia, Bhutan, Indonesia and Zambia. As a revenue breakup, because we talk about the business cycles and how the companies are performing. So let's talk about the revenue part. So if we're talking about the revenue generations, then the transmission and distributions come around 46%. Non-renewable energy generation business is 37%. Rooftop and EV charging station is 1% and renewable charging energy generation is 15%. So this is all about the company background and everything. So let's talk about the financials, because if the companies are going good, then what about the financial terms? So the quarter growth sales was 4.95%. Year on year quarter profit growth is 2.95%. As the operational profit in March 23 was 1928 crores and June it would be 2713 crores. That means around 40% growth in the year on year basis. If we're talking about the net profit itself also, the March 23 was 939 crores and June quarter it would be 114 crores. That is 21.51% growth. ROE is 12.6% and the 5-year average ROE is 6.64%. So this is all about the structure. Let's talk about the debt to equity, because if the increasing the debt, then there quite be a little bit risk. So the debt to equity was 1.84%. That is a similar one. Is quite be a very reasonable part in the power generation company itself. So the current P is 22.4 and the industry 34.8. So as we talk about, there is underprice. So this is the overall structure that the Tata Motor hold. So for this particular propositions, we are just expecting that 1.5 years quite be a very bullish first, because we are more focused on the EV ecosystem itself. So there is a 30 to 35% for the 6 to 8 months, and we are expecting around 100% upside would be in the next 2 to 2.5 years for the Tata Motors.